If anyone's ever told you in the midst of heartbreak to just stay open, it's useless. What does that do? It doesn't work. But this is what actually helps. So if you watched my last video where I described how I kept the story of me keeping my heart open after my life fell apart, this is how to actually keep your heart open, to actually open your heart again after it's closed. Because if we've spent a long time with our hearts guarded, we are often numb and exhausted on the inside. And so what this does is it feels really uncomfortable and scary. Let's just be real to go, really, I'm going to fucking open my heart again. I don't even know, man, because there's so much underneath this armoring. And what I'll say here is that it's actually normal to close your heart to some degree. We need to protect ourselves, just like a porcupine or an armadillo or I don't know what else? Something that crawls into the ground to like tend to itself, right? Lick its wounds before it emerges again. It's normal to get like, I'm going to wrap a cloak of protection around myself and just be like this for a little while. That's rightful. It's important. But then we need to know how to unwrap ourselves from that cloak of protection so that you can go back into the world with this big, beautiful, open heart, big, beautiful, open heart. Now, the first part that I'll share is that your connection to your body is vital during this time. You can call it nervous system regulation. It's not really about regulating your nervous system. It's about allowing your body to feel whatever sensations or emotions are moving through it. Having a background in nervous system regulation can help have these feelings not be too intense. I go into nervous system regulation in some of my other videos. I'll link one down below. They can be very simple, but simply acknowledging, wow, my stomach is like in knots right now of rage. Wow, I feel like screaming. I'm so upset. Wow, I feel so heartbroken. I just want to curl up into a ball. If you ignore this, it doesn't go away. It just builds up like putting a dam in a river. It just builds up and floods all of this rich expression of who you are behind that dam. When you acknowledge it, is what it allows it to move. I want you to just think of a little child for a moment. Mommy, mommy, auntie, auntie, pay attention to me. I have something important to tell you. Guess what I did today? You know that that if you turn to that child and say, tell me, they're going to tell you their thing, and then they're going to be off exploring again. This is the same with our physical expression in our bodies. The more you acknowledge, the more, I don't want to use the word quick because that makes the assumption that it happens like that. It doesn't necessarily. Sometimes you have to sit with it for a bit, but it becomes more easeful. Okay, so body, being really connected to your body. That brings me to touching your own body, placing your hand on your heart, placing your hand on your womb, giving yourself a big hug. One of my women in my group program, Sanctuary, that is one of her go-to things, is she just wraps her own arms around herself. And it is so beautiful because she's giving herself, her body, what she needs in that moment. Another part that's very important is the permission to feel without needing to explain why. So sometimes we want to tell the story. Sometimes we want to rage to our girlfriends about the story. That's perfect. Perfect. Do that too. And if you can find yourself a place, whether that's in nature, where you're held by nature, or whether that's a trusted friend, therapist, or a mentor, where you can be in your emotional expression around something, your pain, your anger, your grief, without needing to explain why. And there is a full space for you to feel and move through the emotional waves that will arise. You will get to the other side, and there will be a realization. There will be a epiphany. There will be a calmness, because that's how we're designed to be. As women, we will sink into the depths of how everything is shitty and nothing's going to work. And we will, if given the space with no interruptions and someone is holding us there fully, and we're not telling any stories about ourselves, we will get to the other side. And I know this through supporting many hundreds of women and many women in my group program Sanctuary, and myself. I've walked myself through deep depression and suicide attempts. I know that you can get to the other side, because I literally would not be sitting here with you if I didn't know you could get to the other side. This is how I did it. And no, there is no magic pill for this. There really isn't. There is no magic pill for this. Everything that we experience as humans in these bodies, in this lifetime on this planet, is in connection. We are wired for connection, whether it's with one person, whether it's with many people. So if you are moving through this like closed heart space and you want to open it again, it's going to be important that you have a person in your life. That could be a family member. That could be a friend. That could be a therapist, a mentor, someone who is there to hold you so you receive the reflection of love from a person. It's very important. So if you're in this place, I'm also just sending you a lot of love. It's a very courageous place to be, to go, okay, I'm going to open my heart again. I don't know how this is going to go. And this is a big part of the work that we do in Sanctuary, because so many women just close down their hearts. It's very normal. It's very, very normal. I healed a generational pattern of mothers and daughters shutting down their hearts with my own mom, which I'll talk about in another video sometime. Right? But it works. It changes things. So in the next video, I'm going to share with you why this work that you're doing to open your heart, why it actually will change the future for you, for your children, for your grandchildren. That's how powerful a woman's heart is.